Hello students, welcome to the third session of the operating system subject. In the last session, we have seen the different types of operating systems. The different types we have seen is batch processing, real-time systems, distributed systems, multi-program systems, time-sharing systems, parallel systems. See, in this session, we are going to study about the batch processing system. We are going to study what is a batch processing system and how the batch processing system works. Let us see what is batch processing system. A batch processing system is a system in which operating system collects one program or more programs data together in a batch before processing starts. Operating system does the following activities related to the batch processing system. See here, whatever the program to be processed using computer, the program requirements like code, then data and control informations are put together and called a job. It's called a job. See, let us see what are the different activities related to batch processing. First, OS defines a job which has predefined sequence of commands, programs, and data as a single unit. Means whatever the data to be processed or program code to be executed, the code related to that program and data required for that program as well as the control informations for that program are clubbed or combined together and it is called as a job. Then OS keeps number of jobs in memory and executes them without any manual information. That means, see, the user who is willing to have his job to be executed, he has to give to the computer operator. Computer operator collects all the jobs from different users and he creates a batch. He creates a batch depending on the similar requirements, and that programs are fed to computer in a batch in a first come and first served fashion. That is what it's given there. Jobs are processed in the order of submission, first come and first served fashion. When job completes its execution, its memory is released and output for the job get copied into output spool for later printing or processing. Means whatever the job after getting execution, its output is spooled or sent to spool so that later it can be printed or processed further. So you can see in the example that we have so many jobs are created, job 1, job 2, job 3 up to job n, and they are batched together depending on the similar requirements as I told, and these batches are fed into and run using the computer, that means CPU their computer, and after once that is completed then the output is generated, that will be spooled to either printer buffer or maybe other further processing so that it can be output can be given to the user back. This is the basic aspects of batch processing system. Usually these are manual systems, but which took in early days which took much of the time. Next we will see what is spooling. Spooling means it is a full form or acronym for simultaneous peripheral operations online. Spooling refers to putting the data of various IO jobs in a buffer and memory. Using memory, you are going to store or spool the data into from IO jobs. This buffer is special area in memory and hard disk which is accessible to IO devices. Any IO device, it may be printer, it may be an input or maybe output devices, they can be accessed from the spooler. Operating system does the following activities related to the distributed environment. OS handles IO device data spooling as devices have different data access rate because different input output devices have their different data rates. Matching one device to another device is quite difficult. The rate may differ. See, therefore, the data will be spooled to a common point or spooled to a location or a buffer in a hard disk or memory. OS maintains a spooling buffer which provides a waiting station where data can be rest while slower devices can catch up. To match up the speed between the slow processing devices and fast data accessing data rate processing devices, these spools can be used. OS maintains a parallel computation because spooling process as a computer can perform IO parallel fashion. It becomes possible to have the computer read data from tape, write data to disk, and write out to tape printer while it is doing the computing task. That means it allows us the parallel processing. See, it can perform multiple jobs simultaneously. It can read data from the tape at the same time write that disk. These are two different operations, and it can even write the data to the tape printer while doing other tasks. In this figure, it is very clear that yes, see, there is a memory, different spool memory and tape recorder. Yes, you use that spool. It can even card reader, right? The disk as well as printer can even access. Those are the things. This is the way in which spooling is used. See, that's about the batch processing system and spooling. We'll see the